All right, here we go. It is Virtual Boy time, and this is the new one that arrived, yesterday? And we happen to have an original. So I figured I would unbox both just for educational purposes because it'll be fun. I was going to see if this has a date. It doesn't have a purchase date filled out on it. Do you have 1995, y'all? So 1995 to 2026. What do you want to do first? Let's open the old one first, and then because I want to see like how the Switch 2 actually interacts with the new device. So I have just some stools set up here so that I have kind of flexible here. You want to see all the amazing? It's not even that dusty. The box is a little damaged. This is what happens when you marry up, folks. Okay, you marry somebody who has a Virtual Boy because he knew someday I was gonna want to make a Virtual Boy video. Cool games. I feel like I can't see. So the one thing that I'm sad, there is so much glare. It's a gorgeous sunshiny day. The one thing that it seems like the new setup doesn't come with that Bizarro controller. So I don't know. We are gonna find out. So it does say Mario's Tennis game pack inside. We'll see if the game is in here or if it got put away with the other stash of games. I'm nervous this is actual tape on here. Oh. Virtual Boy is for players 7 years old and older. That's what it says on it. Ooh, it's sliding around in there. Okay, let's open this other side. This one's untaped. All right. Pull it open. It's upside down. And it's not, this isn't in foam, and that I did remember. There's the game, that it's in kind of that like recycled cardboardy egg carton stuff. I don't even know what to call it. All right, so we'll slide this out of the box. Are all the game carts in here? No wonder I couldn't figure out where they were. I didn't even like remember. I was like, where did we put those? Nowhere. What do we got? Tellero Boxer. And it's so similar to a Game Boy cartridge, right? Except the little thing at the bottom is different, right? This isn't covered like it is the extension on the Game Boy cartridges. This little guy kind of sticks out a little bit. I'm guessing this is part of the stand. There's Tellero Boxer. We've got another one here that fell. There's Mario's Tennis. No like fancy cover art or anything. I feel like that was something that still in the plastic. So we're not gonna mess with that. Right, like it's just all words on all of them. Baseball, there's Wario Land. Wario Land's really the only one I played. No, I played Mario Tennis. Take that back. Galactic Pinball. And I'm trying to remember, I'll put up what the release games are, because then I know. So here's one thing too. So it even has like a little shoe that goes on there. Like why not just build it like the Game Boy cartridge? It's fine. I'm not remembering off the top of my head what the games are that are releasing first, and then there are more releasing like down the road, but they're all dated 2026. So hopefully they're just all gonna come out. All right, so here is the super funky controller, right, with the double, instead of joysticks, you've got the double D-pad going on. And it's not weighted great because of this battery pack on the back, but it does even have like little back triggers. It very much reminds me of the Nintendo 64 controller, right? The way that you kind of hold it, it just doesn't have the Bizarro middle thing that feeds into that. So, all right. So the stand for this one, for the original, is actually metal. It's a nice stand. It just looks like bizarre stork legs. And it is. It is. It's not the easiest thing to stand up. So actually, I'm going to move all this down so that I don't knock anything down. And we will have an eyeball at the stand. Okay, like that's it, right? These are kind of hard plastic, but then these are rubberized. But it's just kind of this weird little tripod stand thing. So come here, virtual boy. I'll leave the controller there. This is a little, like it's like staticky dusty from being in that like cardboard box thing. So anyway, that's where you go. It reminds me so much of a Viewmaster, right? From when we were 80s kids and before, not even like before TV, before we could just watch, adorable YouTube cartoons on our phones. So that's where you're going in and seeing, right, I don't even think it's a split screen, right? It's just one screen that's feeding in. Correct me if I'm wrong. It does say Nintendo. It does also have, right, the controller port here, extension. Here's the earphones. Let me try and get the light. There we go. Here's the earphones, and then you have a wheel volume on there. So this, to go on there, I know it takes a little doing, and I'm thinking it has to do with this guy, right? It's like clamp on here, and then there are some other poopy-doos. I don't want to get in trouble. It actually, because this is like felty, right? It's not plastic, thank God. Can you imagine like rigid plastic pushed up against your face? It's like felt, almost kind of like a shoe insert. Like it holds its shape and is in really nice shape for 1995, right? Hasn't seen a lot of hours of use. So, I don't know. I'm back. I'm sorry. I had to deal with cat drama. And I also found Tetris. This is the V Tetris, because there's two Tetrises, because Nintendo knows a good thing when they see one, and there were two Tetrises. All right. So, and this one has its little slip-on cover too. There's 6 games. That's crazy. All right. So here is the original, right? This giant thing. And we're going to open the new one. So I'm going to set this back over in his nice little safe box. Sorry, I had to sit down here. And we're just going to pull a stool up and get this out. Nintendo always does a great job with this stuff shipping. There it is. The size comparison is crazy. It always comes in a nice blank box. And then it always says from NOA. And I'm like, oh, Nintendo of America, here we go. All right, I'm just going to be energy efficient here. We'll just do this. Wow. Oh, what's all the extra stuff? Okay. Why? It's shipped like in a box, All right. I guess I appreciate you protecting my gaming investment, Nintendo. Thanks very much. All right. So here it is. And already, like, the size comparison is nuts. Look at this. Let me grab him. That's crazy. I love it. Wow. So that's right. That's the original one from 95. And let's have a look at the new one from 2026. I'm so excited. All right. So it does have, right, because we're not putting paper in our boxes anymore. We'd much rather just print on the box, which, word. Plus the like clean red on this box looks really sharp. So there's all the how-to and the why. Before you again connect the attachment bracket for the game console. All right, so this was something I was curious about, and the box answers the question. So there's no controller, right? There's no controller, but it does come with that bizarro like stork leg stand. So let's open this up. I might have to get a little higher here. So I can see. We can pop this open. Not suitable for children 6 and under. We've gotten soft in the last, we're not going to say how many years out loud. Yeah, we gave those 6-year-olds so much more space to play 3D games. All right, let's see. All right. So even like, this is so nuts. Like I like can't even, like look at how similar everything is. That's wild, Nintendo. Like what is happening right now? All right, so there's inserts kind of holding this in here. We're gonna, we're just gonna drop cardboard. That's fine. It's fine. It's just cardboard. All right. So it comes kind of like inserted in that piece of cardboard. All right, so the new one is way lighter. I'll just start with that. So there is health and safety information in there. And then in the bottom is the newsstand. So we will see. Now this comes assembled differently than the original. Right, the original. Oh my God. What did I do with the stand? It's even the same, like hard plastic and then rubber feet. This is knocking my socks off. I will, as a Nintendo fan, married to a Nintendo fan, I will forever complain about the Nintendo fanboying, right? About, you know, just constantly worshiping at the altar of Nintendo. This is amazing, and I haven't even like played anything on it yet. As a piece of like history, as a piece of I don't even know. Like you don't even need a museum, right? Like you can just go and play it yourself and see it yourself. And to be able to say, you know, this is the same. Like it didn't register, I guess, when it was first coming out that there's the adorable little Labo version. Oh, here, let me unwrap this so y'all can see. So it comes the underneath where it like engages into the stand and so on. It comes with this like nice sticky wrap stuff, the static wrap. This is so much lighter. It's because, right, I'm going to put the Switch 2 in here so it doesn't already have all the screens and everything inside. So underneath, just like it had on the other one, so this one says Nintendo Switch 2, which is different, but it still has the controller plug and the extension plug, and then on the other side, it still has an implied volume slide and a headphone jack, which is filled, right? There's no, it's not like actually whole. This is amazing. Like Nintendo's, these don't actually move. No, they're just there to look. This fabric is very similar, but this is softer to engage with. Mine is like surprisingly staticky. There's a surprising amount of like cardboard stuff on there, I guess. I don't even know what to call it. Right, like this isn't as felty, as like scratchy material as the original is. You can see the Nintendo branding in there over where the eyeballs go. Wow, this is just, I'm gonna be careful holding it. And there's even, right, like the bumpers on the sides are still rubbery. Crazy. Old one, Nintendo Switch 2. Isn't that wild? Yeah, this one's probably like double the weight from the original. I mean, it's just, how cool is this? Like, why? Why? I've been asking why since they announced it. It's like, why? Why are you doing that? And if Nintendo, if you're doing it for preservation, thank you, right? Like, if this is happening because you want people to be able to access your library outside of doing this, because I don't want to know what this costs to chase down right now. But I know this piece of plastic was $100, and then we already have the online subscription. So we can hook this up, we can get the Switch in it, and we can play. And my kids can experience that, and I can experience it without getting a headache. It's just going to be a wild undertaking. I'm super excited to look at what the directions tell me to do. I feel like somehow this is going to like open up potentially. All right, I'm back. I figured out how to open it, and I'm just realizing I'm going to have to take the Joy-Cons off. I was like, oh, I don't need the stand, but all right, so what you're going to do is you just lift up. You just lift it up, and then there's like a recess in there that the system, just the screen, remember, that the system is going to fit down in. So I'm going to unmagnet the Joy-Cons, switch to down in there, which is going to definitely, oh, and it like goes down in, but then see the way that they integrated the mount from the like the original design of it is where it stops the Switch 2. Isn't that crazy? And then look at it, it kind of goes in at an angle too. Wild stuff. Boom. It doesn't really like latch. I'm a little nervous about how, oh, it kind of grabbed. This is all just rough, like hard plastic. There's no like padding or anything above here. And I'm super curious about how warm this system runs. How isn't it? It's going to have a problem being in this box for a long time. We'll just have to kind of keep our eyes on it. Not that anybody's going to be playing this for like a super long time. But that's really cool, the way that it kind of sticks out like that. So what you can see, here's the little stand. This guy slots in, and it kind of is grabby there. And then you have to like adjust it. Whoa. You have to adjust it. And this little thing kind of helps it hinge. And then you can take it out that way also. Hinge back in there, bud. Ooh, I'm complicating it. There we go. Oh, I like that latch too. Like I know it latched. Right. Why is mine like off kilter? Now the question is, what do I do? How do I turn it on? I can wake it up from the controls, right? Oh my gosh, it turned on! Oh my gosh. Whoa. Okay. So I haven't updated the software yet. Like I don't have the download ready. But because of the way the screen, I want to like turn it around and show you. You won't be able to tell. Plus there's got to be like a red filter in here. I guess I can show you that at least. Whoa. There is a red filter. And maybe it somehow, maybe the system knows that it's in there, so that it knows like, oh, let's be red. Because they have said later in the year there's going to be different like solid color filters available, which, why? Why are you doing other solid color filters? Like, give me full color. We have the technology, right? We have advanced from 1995. All right, so I'm going to go. I am going to dock my Switch 2 and get it updated and see what games are available today, because I know it was today and they haven't really, other than 2026, coming later in 2026, they haven't really given more of a timeline other than later, which is fine. I appreciate it. There is a Tetris, I know, but I think a lot of the like more rare games, that like we don't even have are coming down the road, aren't necessarily released today. So I think this might be it. Maybe I'll do like a quick, oh my gosh, I tried it kind of video, or maybe that'll be something entirely different. Yeah, that was crazy. Like I don't know what I was expecting. I guess because I know they're offering like a cardboard version of it, I had lowered my expectations of the higher priced item for some reason. And maybe we need to order a cardboard one just to have it, mount it and put it up on the wall. Because it comes flat pack, like it comes right, and then you get to like IKEA or Nintendo Labo yourself your own cool viewer thing, which is neat. And I do appreciate the higher and lower price point and the commitment that Nintendo made to the Virtual Boy to have this bad boy come out as high quality and as similar as they did. It is a time machine, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot believe how similar this is to the other one. That is blowing my mind. I am so thrilled that I took the time to go looking around in the basement, knowing that we still had our Virtual Boy in box, to be able to get them out together and check it out, like how one-to-one it is. Like the fact that Nintendo even left the controller plug on there just to honor the source material is pretty cool. Nintendo, we all complain. We know there's price hikes coming. The plastic toys that you keep making so that I keep buying them just get more and more expensive. But then you do cool stuff like this, and it's really hard to complain that this is what you're doing. You are giving museum quality experiences to people who otherwise would not have this experience, right? Tracking down a Virtual Boy gets harder and harder every day, and it's dumb to set up. So this thing, I'm sure will get some use, and then it'll go in its nice red box that you can see right there, and get taken care of. But yeah, thanks very much for being here with me today. Thanks for living and leaning into the hype. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, it's here. You know, it showed up, and let's go. Let's give it a try, and I will report back. There will be a short. Cat's trying to get into boxes. Who would have guessed? There will be a short reaction video to the software here coming up. Okay. All right, getting the software on here was super easy. So you just go like normally into the, not into the eShop, right? Just like the online stuff. And then, but you have to go down to the expansion. Like it's not in just the classic stuff at the top. You have to go down. It shows you really great attract screens for the games. And then it's just boop, yes, download, add, free download. It did give me a reminder screen that I have to have either the cardboard Labo, and it doesn't even call it a Labo Virtual Boy. I have to have a Labo Virtual Boy, or I have to have this bad boy in order to play. So now I'm like, wow, what is happening? So I just have my loose Joy-Cons. Woo! It starts off with like red words on the black background, and my eyes are like, whoa. Once you've set the console into the dedicated, look through the accessory and press A. Oh my god. Modify interpupillary distance so 3Ds appear. Okay. So I'm just like, oh. So as you kind of adjust it, I wasn't going to do this, you guys. I wasn't film all this, but I'm super excited. So it's Mario Tennis. Like it has like the full like 3D tennis court. And so you're doing that interpupillary like overlap, right? It's having you set, and it's funny because I'm like, oh, what am I doing? And then it hits the setting that's right for you, and you're like, oh, I can actually see that without working hard. It's very interesting. So now I just hit yes. Apparently I'm a 3. Next. And then it gives me the menu. All right, so games are, it looks like 3D Tetris, Galactic Pinball, Golf, Telero Boxer, which is one we have, Red Alarm, and then Virtual Boy, IMAX, I don't even know, and then Wario Land. Where's Mario Tennis? I hate that it uses Mario Tennis as like the thing you're using to calibrate your vision, and then I don't get to play Mario Tennis. The thing a new Mario Tennis came out to, like, come on, Nintendo. You just released a Mario Tennis game. Like, Mario Tennis should 100% be in this. This is dumb. Come on. Come on. All right, we're going to try Galactic Pinball. Let's see what crazy sounds we're going to make here. Okay. Automatic on. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Let's go. Okay, so in this one, the menu even is 3D. Like as I scroll through to look at the different pinball tables, it like pops it up in 3D. That's wild. All right, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play for a while before I have to go get my kids, and then I'm not gonna have a chance to play because they're all gonna want to. I'm wondering, as this thing like rocks out, the sound is surprisingly good because it's like it's inside of this, right? It's like shut. Although, right, there are underneath speakers, I guess, that are external, the way that it like slots in. It's pretty, Nintendo knows what they're doing, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, I guarantee the kids are going to come home and everybody's going to want to turn. I guess I'll probably put it like on the kitchen table, so just like bare wood, and it can like sit there, because this is surprisingly sturdy. Here, I'll move the camera a little bit, so you can see. Once I got like the tripod to fully like deploy, and I got this like really tight up. I mean, it's like I can jiggle it and bonk it into my head, and it's holding really well. The rubber feet do hold it well. The older version of that middle like neck pivot thing, no bueno. This is way tighter, and the way that it has it like engaged to hold it instead of you having to like crank it down, this feels a lot better. So I'm not super worried about it getting knocked over. I mean, right? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. In the end, I hope you got one of these. I hope you're as excited as I am to see the software as it releases over the rest of 2026. And as always, thanks for playing.